Hi everyone, it's Linnea for LDRS Creative, and today we are looking at the Billowing Peony product suite from HSN. This product suite has everything you need to create gorgeous floral cards. Let's start with this large 6x6 3D embossing folder. It will emboss this large peony anywhere you want on your card. You can put it right in the center or hang it off the edge, even die cut it to add a popped up embellishment. Also included is a 4x6 stamp set with a smaller peony and many sentiments to fit practically any occasion. Then there is a die that's going to cut out that embossed image, as well as a die to cut out that smaller stamped peony and each of your stamped sentiments. And each die is going to give a small border for dimension. Then there is a set of layering stencils. And these stencils will easily add color to both the embossed image as well as your stamped image. So this product suite really does cover everything that you could think of. I'm going to be creating a card today using that embossing folder and the coloring stencils. So I'm starting with a die cut panel that's just smaller than an A2 card. And I'm going to run that through my 3D embossing folder, and I'm positioning that so that that image is going to emboss into the top and kind of off to the left a little bit. I like to hang my embossed images off one of the sides or up the top or the bottom just to bring a little bit more interest. Now each of your stencils are numbered 1 through 4. 4 is for that stamped image, so I won't be using that stencil today. And then I'm also going to be following the alphanumeric code on these stencils. So I'm starting with that A1 portion, and that's going to color the large flower of my embossed image. Because that image is embossed, it's literally popped up. So this stencil is really going to puzzle over that embossing. So I'm going to position that, hold that down with some low-tack tape, and then I'm going to come in with some ink. My flowers today are going to be blues, so I'm starting with my lightest one. Your first layer wants to be your lightest color, and then your medium, and then your dark. I'm going to be using the same colors for both flowers. So next I'm just going to pop up to the next portion of my stencil, which will color that smaller flower, and I'll use that same light blue ink on that one as well. From there, I'm just going to jump around my stencil, following that alphanumeric code, and going up in intensity of ink colors. Ink blending is really such an easy way to color your images, and I love that you get effortless blending and dimension without having to really sit down and pick out a bunch of marker colors. I can just sit down with 3 different ink colors if you want, or you really could do this with one ink color and just start really light and build up that intensity since LDRS Creative inks layer onto each other. For my leaves, I'm going with simple greens. So again, I'm going to start with my lightest color green, and then I'll bring in my darker greens as I move up in those stencils. And it's easy to see where these images line up, especially once you start coloring and adding, and you have that base color down. Everything comes together just like a puzzle. I'm finishing up here with my greens, and now this panel is all colored. One of my favorite tricks for embossing folders is after you've done whatever inking and embellishing, pop that back into your embossing folder. And it's a 3D embossing folder, so you're just going to puzzle that back in and it will nestle right into where it's supposed to be. Run that through again and check out this dimension. Running this through a second time after ink blending really brings out all of those little creases and embossed areas to make it a bigger wow factor. This is really the main highlight of my card. I wanted to keep the rest simple. So I'm going to find a sentiment that fits down in that lower right hand corner. I'll pop this into my stamping platform, and I'll ink this up with some Raven Hybrid ink, which is a dark crisp black ink. I'll stamp that in the bottom right hand corner, and then I'm just going to add this onto a card base that's A2, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and I'm going to add a piece of blue cardstock in the background just to bring out those blue flowers some more. That's it. This card is finished. There are so many possibilities to do with this Billowing Peony set from HSN. I hope you enjoyed this card. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!